Step off. See the difference?
Fight.
I don't like to. So it's at 49 degrees.
3 minutes, 1 breath. Come on now. What are you doing?
So I've been practicing holding my breath.
Why do you think I said it?
I had a personal record in here the other day.
How long?
2.5 minutes I held my breath.
That's very respectful. That's very respectful.
But I did like a breathing sequence, you know.
Yeah. Wim Hof?
Wim Hof style for about
Yeah.
2 minutes. And then I did 2.5 minutes of, I didn't look at the time. And honestly, I stopped. I could have probably and I'm not making this up, I probably could have gone another 20 or 30 seconds, like if I forced it. But I got bored. I'm like, oh man, I feel like I've been holding my breath a long time. And I opened my eyes and I realized that it had been like 2 minutes and 20. Make sure you put your shoulders under. Shoulders under is important. Shoulders.
I found it was too neurologically taxing. And granted, I didn't do enough and enough consistency to really get over the hump.
Yes.
But I found that I felt great after, but it felt like I just did like an hour of hard sparring.
Yeah.
Like psychologically. And then I would even start to cramp. I would get the whole like...
Oh, my toes cramp. Oh, yeah.
So cold water, you get a little bit of a barrier around yourself. I feel it.
So you get this vapor barrier.
Yeah.
Normally what I do is after 1 minute, bring your knees in, let them touch, and then fold them back out, and it'll break the vapor barrier over your entire body. Because it creates a wave that shoots up towards your chest.
I'm only gonna go for 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't do it enough, so I don't want to. I don't want to really.
I've built
This is good for the head, though.
I've built up quite a tolerance.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do it every day for the last 4 months. I haven't missed a day.
You said at 1 minute, bring the knees together?
Yeah, it'll break the vapor barrier.
You do this every day?
Every day. Just 1 minute.
He's taking the shit seriously.
How long did you go, John?
I went to.
So do 201.
There you go.
Oh, that's 207.
Awesome.
Oh, God. You're crazy. You do this shit every day.
Every day. Man. Let's get that face.
I'm gonna go back over the 4 firearm safety rules. Again, always treat the gun as if it's loaded. Don't let the muzzle cross anything you're not willing to destroy or purchase. Keep the finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot and you made a decision to shoot. Be aware of your target and surroundings.
Yeah.
So make a practice out of doing everything. If we're gonna work with stuff like this, at first let me go with your on your waist. Adjust it so it's on your waist. So you're gonna be coming from here, so it's basically be something along the lines of you're clearing, coming down, making sure you're being very purposeful about that finger. I like to use my thumb here on the back as just an extra reinforcement. It also helps me build the grip so that I can slide it off. But even through here, you see how I'm kind of pointing inward. Super careful of this. I'm still pointed inward. I'm not establishing anything until I can get my elbow down, bringing this hand in, and then pressing out to your line of sight. Don't overthink everything else. Like I said, you can get really athletic with this stuff and things like that, but for the most part, just creating an ability to reach down, get a good, what I'm trying to create here is the first firearm grip. Like almost like that Bushido shit of like, you don't touch the blade unless you, I'm willing to, I'm not gonna take it out until it's tasted blood sort of thing. I'm double changing again. Yeah. I'm closing off these carotid arteries. This is what I'm not this.
Yeah.
I'm here. Boom. I very much like weapons retention being here.
Is there a reason
It's covered for the most part. You can't really see what I'm doing. If I'm the one that's running to the problem, I don't want to run up like this. I mean, again, the bag, very discreet.
Well, then the bag is already
Opened it up really quick, and now you can have your hand on it.
Yeah, you can still be in.
I'm not doing shirt exposure to get a concealed carry. I'm not very keen on the idea of being able to outdraw somebody. If you've got the gun on me, I'm not outdrawing you.
Yeah.
So the speed of which, again, the reason why I don't like the way the bag. Bang, 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 something's bad. Are we leaving or are we going to it? Right. My kids are over there. I just left them. I went to go to the bathroom. I got to go over there. So now my bag's open. I'm walking over here.
Yeah, good points.
You know what I mean? Like that's the decision making. That's the good guy shit that I'm already taking for granted. But the speed, the draw stroke is, hey, give me your wallet. And now my gun's up here, but my wallet's down here. So I'm doing this. Here's my fucking wallet. I get to go home. I don't get to kill somebody.
You're not going to beat them on the draw.
I'm not going to beat you on the draw, and I don't want to take your life for something like that.
You're not reaching for your wallet that fast. They're gonna. What if you just freak them out?
Yeah, no, bang.
And it accidental.
And you're here.
Yeah.
You're here. The bag is a big manipulation, but you're not doing it fast.
Yeah.
Take the draw out of there. The concealed carry, yeah. If I'm SWAT, if I'm attacking, if I'm planning the bad stuff, I need a fast draw. Right. Because I'm walking up, I'm assuming like I'm nothing. Look, I got a plain t-shirt on, I'm not printing. Now, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Now that's I'm robbing a bank. I'm doing bad stuff. That's not us. We're seeing that and we're deciding on acting.
Totally different situation.
So bang, bang, bang. You're not the first target. I'm already unzipped. I'm here.
Yeah.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone goes home. So let's just present a couple times.
Right. Why would do it? I would just.
Sure.
I'm a regular dude.
Sure.
I'm standing here. I got a fanny pack. Who am I?
You saw you fumbled with the
the zipper.
Don't. This is all very purposeful.
Right. I want to start over then.
Yeah.
Because I kind of just left my hand here in the way.
Yeah. No, don't. It all has to be exact.
Right.
Think about where you're going. Think about what you're doing. It's going to build reps. I've been doing this for a very long time. Whole hand, big body manipulations. There you go. It's better. That was a little smoother. Everything up here was good.
It felt smoother, but
big, think gross movements. I'm not using fingers. You should eventually change this out for orange, but make this even bigger.
Right.
But I'm grabbing. This is a handle. I don't give a fuck if you break this.
Yeah.
You could rip this thing to pieces, and especially if this counts.
In the jiu-jitsu sense, I'm driving through this bag.
Correct.
Fuck this bag.
Yes.
I'm driving through
my
it.
lapel.
Right.
It's my.
Because I was very.
No.
Baby.
These are tools. These are tools. We're sending rounds through.
Well, I remember last time when I was like, hey, about the red dot, and you were like, no, man, I'm charging this thing on my shoe.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
these
things are they're not toys.
Or if you break them in training, all right, I'd rather know now than.
For sure.
Yeah.
It feels more comfortable now. Being a little bit more diligent and not being like soft with the equipment.
Right.
Being a little bit more violent with the bag, it kind of just felt like more natural, like ripping it up like that.
And then there's this balance, because now you're at this full extension. Now you got to be super precise.
Right.
This finger's got to be able to be delicate now. Everything you just did was, fuck you, almost striking oriented.
Yes.
Now I got to be able to. Bring back in.
Let's go do the whole thing.
Or back in the gun. How beautiful is it that? Back in the bag.
Yeah.
How beautiful. It goes away. And you didn't see me.
That's the best case scenario.
You didn't see me do all this.
No. Best case scenario would be back in the bag.
Exactly.
Unless you still hear fire.
Right.
Because I don't want to have to re-pull again.
Yes.
The bag is the cheat code. I am liking this more every pull.
Correct.
I just feel something in it that is like, why don't more people do this? Why is everybody buying holsters?
No. Good. Practice slide. All right.
I'm just thinking, be smooth, but I'm doing knife hand.
Yes.
So even if I find the trigger, there's no pulling opportunity.
In general, I'm finding the tang and I'm getting up as high as possible.
Right.
And I'm putting a decent amount of tension down so that I know that by the time this comes up, I'm already adding all the tension that I need for this backward.
Carrie, you keep it Round in the chamber,
Yes.
off safety,
Yes.
all times.
It's too loud, there's too many things. I'm already having to accomplish getting it inside.
Right.
Getting inside to grab it. I don't want to have to think about also.
You don't want to
racking
have to
inside.
think about racking as you present.
To each his own, not my mileage.
Yeah, so not saying that there's a right or wrong, but your preference
Correct.
is chambered.
It also, it doesn't create this false sense of it's unloaded. That's never a factor in my mind. This is either a dummy gun or it's a real gun.
Right.
There's no such thing as unloaded. There's no chambered, non-chambered. This is either a live gun or it's not a fake, or it's a real gun. Is it?
Yeah, so it's either on or off.
On or off?
Yeah.
On or off.
Now it's on.
Look around if you want to. Be conscientious of the trigger finger. Be a little bit late. Normally I'd want to maybe start building here. Be a little bit late. Get very conscious of this is definitely in a safe direction before I even touch. Right. But you still have a decent amount of space.
Yeah. So be late on purpose.
Yes. Yeah. And slow.
Okay.
Slow and purposeful. Yes. There you go. Uh-huh. Good. I like the reholstering. Very purposeful of clearing, and then the gun comes in. We're not doing too many things at once. Right. One at a time, especially down here. Especially because we're not looking. This is very purposeful. Where is everything going on around me? This has to be without vision. I gotta be able to, I'm using feel and very purposeful. Very nice. Look around, good muzzle. Yep, there. Where are these?
Woo! That's a goop shot right there, buddy.
100%. Very good aim. Very good aim. Yeah, dude. I don't necessarily, I'm looking more at the mechanics up here.
Yes.
So I'm rarely looking at your target. I'm honestly not overly concerned because it's a small target. Yeah. But now I saw that grouping there and that was very precise. Awesome. Very good. Very good
Awesome.
stuff. That means you're finding consistency. Try to find consistency with trigger placement.
Yes.
Much easier said than done.
Sorry.
You get better. I want to pay attention to your eyes now. Now I want you to start shooting exclusively both eyes open.
So this time I'm no longer doing this. So this time from draw to here.
Another training wheel. I want you to drop.
Yeah, so I've dropped the one eye.
I told you how good we are at pointing at things.
Yeah.
How good are we at pointing our face at things? So we are very good at that. Now, my point of aim, right there.
Right.
Once you properly understand how to mount this and put it in a position, there's very few times where I get this wrong. There's a little bit of bounce just because I'm not being very purposeful, but it's all right there.
Okay.
What is going on with
But
your
one
eyes?
eye.
What is going on with your eyes? You're looking at a target and a red dot that's covered.
Yeah.
Now close one and play around with it. What are you seeing?
Well,
How
the
is
target's
that
in the
lined up?
center.
How is that lined up?
Yeah, so.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah, so what just happened right
What did
there?
I just do to you? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain this.
You kind of
I
fucked my
can't
head up a
explain
little.
it. I can't explain it, but what are you doing with your eyes?
Even with the scope closed,
Yes,
it would have hit the target.
correct.
Because I close one eye,
Yes.
I'm on one side of the target.
Yes.
I close the other eye,
You're using both.
I'm the same distance
Correct.
on the other side of the
Yes,
target,
yes,
which
yes.
means I was centered there.
Right, right.
Even though I have no
Without
iron
pulling the
sight.
correct. Without
no iron
you're
sight and
technically
no
not
scope.
lining up anything that you can visually see from your right eye onto that target. But you're superimposing this ability to say, at this trajectory,
Yeah.
this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say what? I think so. Somewhere around here. Got about right. So you're empty, this thing is useless. Rounds facing forward, in general. Yeah. Rounds facing forward. And what it does is it's again with the wrist and elbow.
Right. Okay. So rounds in here, wrist and elbow.
I'm in my workspace. I'm again bringing my elbow in. I'm establishing a grip, pulling this out. Once this touches,
Oh, boom.
too many things at a time. Too many things at a time.
Oh,
Get the gun out first. You flagged yourself there. So I'm nitpicking. I'm getting.
right.
I'm gonna.
No,
get,
you should.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because this hand started getting in too fast. Start over. Let's do it right. There you go. So whatever version of however you want to get it, but now I'm getting the gun out first. Yes. Now this is great because now every time you're building up a draw stroke.
Right.
This only comes out and comes up to my eye.
Yes.
Possibly not touching the trigger to shoot, but at least I got
Yeah,
that.
'cause
that
in my
motion.
mind-
this is always where it's going.
In my mind, there's a mag in here.
Right. But there's not. So now we bring it into our workspace. Elbow in, up here. I like canting a little bit here so that I
For
can
the feed, right?
later on, you're going to start, I'm going to give you some weapons, some
Right.
malfunctions that you can start clearing. But again, now we know this isn't a safe place. This is all good over here.
Yep.
So now we're grabbing. Yep. Nice. Now, again, real nitpicky about this. Fingers over. Now I'm reaching and I'm finding big gross movements here.
So
In.
it's a rotate.
Yes, I like this. I like
So
that a lot.
I'm
The connection. That connection.
I'm painting the gun.
Yes, beautiful
Okay.
connection. Also for retention. If it's here, this is solid.
Yeah, you're not taking my
yes,
pistol.
Exactly.
Boom.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just driving all the way back. Boom, done. There you go. Now you're on target. And we're live. Magazine release, wiggle a little bit if I have to get the magazine out. Here, worst case scenario, I'll teach you how to rip it while holding onto this. In, over, right, out. Yep, beautiful. Beautiful. Now this thing is a paperweight. So procedurally, yeah, back in there.
I'm not worried about that camera at all.
Good. I'm not either. You're the one shooting. Eyes and ears. All right. And fight.
Ah,
No, unnecessary.
I want to do that all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go over. The motion is in, over. I'm never doing it unless it's always, so the redundancy of clearing the magazine, clearing a malfunction too, is I'm tapping the magazine and racking the slide.
Okay.
When we get to the dummy rounds, same motion, boom, over. Something's wrong. Yeah. So there could be a couple issues here. All right,
Did I just do like a soft rack maybe?
a little bit. So one of the things you want to balance between coming up over the top here is letting go. Extra pressure, first one matters most.
So face.
I care more about you missing the second than the first one. First one matters most. Come back, yeah. Exactly.
So if you miss that
Second.
first one, how many feet are they covering
Yes.
now?
Right.
Or potentially changing
Well,
directions.
also, too, your potential miss is exactly that distance. Your target's getting bigger.
Yeah.
So that first distance is going to be the longest. As you get closer, you could be missing this very small target, but you're very much within a torso. So these are dummy rounds, non-functioning, these are aluminum. in the exact same shape and dimensions as other rounds, so they feed through the magazine and go into the chamber. As the firing pin hits it, it creates all the mechanics of the gun going off, but without the feedback of it going off, which means that you have to clear it. It could be a round that just doesn't work. It's a 22 rimfire, higher likelihood of that happening. So good for you to practice. This is with your magazine purchases, I would purchase some of these as well. Right. Yeah.
It has a nice rhythm to it.
There you go. First one counts. There you go. Very nice. Magazine. Type 2, fastest way to clear it. So I come out, click, no bang, tap rack, nothing happened. I go out again, click, no bang. Best way to fix this problem, pulling the magazine out, rack, 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 go back in. Fight. Tap rack, tap rack. See? See that? Too quick to unload. You're not unloading the gun. Unloading the gun is this.
Yes.
This is the only way the bullets go. What's the difference between you wanting to keep them loaded versus unloaded, and why do you think it's better to have them unloaded?
So before all this, I wasn't as comfortable with keeping a loaded pistol around. But now as we go through the motions and I get more comfortable, and I see the necessity now of keeping something loaded versus before being worrisome about having a loaded pistol in and around me, as the comfort level and the understanding of what it can and cannot do was not there.
Right.
But now that I'm getting more comfortable with it, I feel a necessity that it must be loaded, or else it's a paperweight.
Right, exactly, exactly. So yeah, we don't get to choose when we need it, but we can choose on how we behave with it.
Right.
And that behavior is the safe method. That's what keeps you from making the mistakes. And then if it is only for that purpose, you're only doing it within this scope. And now you have the barriers of this is how it's safe.